And we are live when really I should be sleeping, y'all. Like anyone who follows me on stream, I generally sign off on stream, about an hour ago, and it's like midnight where I live right now. And we are just starting the stream. I don't think this will be a long stream. Honestly, I really hope it's not going to be a long stream because if it is, I'm going to be dead tired tomorrow. But here's the thing, y'all. If you join me on, was that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? I think it was Friday. Yeah, I think it was Friday night. Try Hack Me on Friday came out the new room called Include. And in the first stream, I was able to find the flag. And then I was like, what the heck? Like, I don't get how to get to the second point. I identified what I thought was the way in, but I just couldn't get the right fuzzing or the right word list to get it to work. My manual stuff wasn't working, and it was driving me crazy. And I've been poking at this all freaking weekend long because I hate being stuck on something. And I want to give a special shout out to 0x Bob over on Try Hack Me. I think the 72-hour embargo must have gone by, so he dropped a write-up, and I looked at the write-up, and sure enough, I was doing all the right stuff. I identified the right area. I just did not use the right word list in order to get to that second flag. So wanted to jump on here and just create a short video showing the second flag so I can edit my stream 1 walkthrough with this, so I can drop a video still tonight on on a walkthrough for the Include room on Try Hack Me. So that is my plan. Want to say hello to all of you joining late at night. I saw a few people say, hey, it's not late for me, it's the morning for you, so it works for you. Well, good for you, but it's way too late for me to be jumping on stream. Terrible idea. I'm not going to be able to sleep now because I'm going to be all hyped up from this, but I hate being stuck on stuff. I haven't actually solved the machine yet either. I just looked at the walkthrough and I was like, there it is. That's the one little piece that I was missing. And I closed it. So I'm not looking at the walkthrough now, but kind of full disclosure, this isn't me going through the room like live enumeration. I did all of that like for 3 hours in the first stream. But yeah, that's the plan. I freaking ran out of water. But we don't need water. Hackers don't drink water, right? We drink bites. All right, I'm going to start recording for YouTube. And we'll dive into this. Hey everyone, this is Tyler from the future cutting into this original video because I finally figured out how to solve this machine. I was looking at all the right areas, but I wasn't doing the right fuzzing or with the right word list. And I want to give a special shout out to 0x Bob over on Try Hack Me because he dropped a write-up for this room. And I kid you guys not, I know you're watching this after the fact if you're watching this on YouTube, like as part of the recording, but for those of you watching the live stream right now, you know it's super late at night. So it is nearly midnight, just about midnight where I live, and I should be sleeping right now. I generally don't stream this long. Usually I'm in bed, and I kid you not, I was just getting ready for bed, and I was like, I'm going to go back to this Include room because I've been poking at it throughout the weekend offline. Like, I was like, I know it has to be this profile PHP thing. It has to be this. I just don't get how to exploit this stupid thing. I used Burp Suite Pro. I ran a bunch of word lists added offline. I couldn't get it, but I think I was just using the wrong word list. But anyways, I'm getting ready for bed, and I'm like, all right, I need to look at Include again. Let me see if anyone's dropped anything on Discord. Let me see if anyone's dropped a write-up yet. And 0x Bob came in, saved the day, or ruined my night because now I'm awake instead of sleeping. And I was able to see the one little spot on this that I was missing. So I wanted to record a video, splice these two together so that I can drop a walkthrough video for the Include room. The first part of this, you saw all of my live enumeration where I look at all the ports. I share my methodology live. We get the first flag abusing SSRF, and I identified 2 possible spots to get the second flag. Actually, I identified it right away in the first stream when I got access to the Sysmon panel. I was like, yo, this is the way in. This is probably going to be LFI, but I couldn't get it to work. But sure enough, it was LFI, hence the name of the room Include, and I want to walk you through it. I also haven't solved it myself. I just looked at the walkthrough far enough that I was like, okay, that is the one piece I was stuck on. So I looked up to that part, and I want to go through that part, and let's see if we can knock out this machine before I go to bed. So I'm not sleeping until we have the flag on this room. So here we are. I've already got on the VPN. Here is the room right here, added to my Etsy host. Let's go ahead and check it out on include.thm 50,000. And I'm going to jump over to my notes here. We can go to my on-prem, include 50,000. This is all from the first stream. We'll go ahead and grab this password to log in. We'll go to log in. And I noticed all of this right away on the first stream when I did this. I went here and I believe I looked at the source code, but if you just open image in new tab, I saw, okay, it's doing image to pull from profile.image, and I knew it was pulling it from this directory right here. I think it's called uploads, and it's pulling it from there. And I was like, okay, LFI has to be possible here. So I tried like, you know, your basic stuff like this. But what I needed to do was find the right word list. That was the only piece that I was missing. And I think with Kato, we can automate it with Kato. Now, the downside of Burp Suite Community Edition is Burp Suite Community Edition is heavily rated on the intruder part of it, where you can kind of automate request. Kato isn't. Even the free version of Kato does not rate limit you on this particular attack, this intruder attack. So you should be able to follow along with Kato, but full disclosure, I haven't done this. I don't know if it's actually going to work. But we have the request here. This is vulnerable to local file inclusion. And if we go to JHadix LFI GitHub payload list, this is a list I needed to use. At least I'm hoping it works. I'm going to go ahead and grab this. We'll do nano LFI list.txt. I'm going to drop it in here, save it, and then over in Kato, let me pull this up. I think it's files here, and we can go ahead and browse. We'll go to home. Try hack me. What the freak is try hack me? There it is. And include an LFI list. Open that. Turn on intercept. Go over to this browser. Hit enter. Jump back to Kato. Send this over to, I believe it's called Automate in Kato. Over in Burp Suite, it's called Intruder. So let's go ahead and send over to Automate. And here it is in Automate. What we need to do is say, hey, we want you to hit this spot. That's the payload list we want to do. We're going to use a hosted file, the one that I just uploaded, the LFI list. And is there anything else I need to do? Number of workers, 10. Let's just bump this up to, let's just do like 40 because YOLO. And here's, once again, the cool part about Kato, even the free edition of Kato, you can do all of what I'm doing without being rate limited. Whereas Burp Suite Community Edition rate limits you so bad on Intruder, it's not even worth using, honestly. But let's give this a shot. This all looks good to me. And I'm going to click run. And let's see if this successfully identifies it or not. We should see a jump in length. Is it already done? See how fast that was? Okay, so we have some stuff here. Okay, so there it is. Sure enough, dude, Kato's is amazing. I don't know if you guys, well, you did see it because you're watching the stream. That was incredibly fast. I mean, that's even faster than Burp Suite Pro from my experience to work through. I think that was 900 some in the word list. But you can see it successfully found the LFI right here. We can read Etsy password. We have a Charles, a Joshua, and some other stuff here. So that's one way you can do it with Kato. I'm just going to grab a screenshot of this for our notes as well, that we were able to successfully exploit the LFI, which I need to pull up Flameshot. I know it's a question I get a lot. What do I use for taking screenshots? I use Flameshot. So we'll go ahead and do that. So we have our, there we go, pull up in our notes. And we'll just say, confirmed LFI. All right, so there it is. Let me look over at chat and make sure I'm not missing anything. HunterBot said, I was planning on switching over to Kato. My Burp Pro expired, but I just found out how great the crawler and auditor is in Burp Suite. Yeah, there's definitely some things that Kato is missing compared to Burp Pro, but I think give it a little bit of time, and I think Kato will catch up or at least get close. I still use Burp Pro for my actual pen testing job, but all the CTF stuff, I use Kato. Looking over at YouTube. Watching from Singapore, 1 p.m. here. Hey, thank you for joining. Honor to have you here. What platform do I think is better? Try Hack Me or Hack the Box. I've done about 80 machines on Hack the Box. I haven't used TCM since I first started learning. I don't know. It depends the use case. Try Hack Me, you get more value for the money, in my opinion, because on Hack the Box, you have to pay for, like you can do Hack the Box VIP for the main platform, you just get machines. And if you want more of the walkthrough teaching stuff, you have to get a separate sub to Academy. And without a student subscription, you're looking at paying, $20 a month or so for a sub. Whereas Try Hack Me, it's $14 a month for everything. So Try Hack Me, you get more value for the money. But the spot where I think Hack the Box really shines is the depth of some of the teaching on Academy, as well as the level of their standalone boxes. I really enjoy Hack the Box's standalone boxes. But honestly, Try Hack Me is starting to catch up on that. Like, Try Hack Me has been creating a lot of high quality content, but I have subs to both of them, and I enjoy both. Tomorrow's my OSP exam. I'm both nervous and excited at the same time. Any last minute tip? I actually created a video about that, so I won't go into that. You can find it on my YouTube channel. But good luck on the OSCP. Yeah, get a good sleep. Is OneNote good for documentation, or is Notion free version good enough? I use the Notion free version. OneNote's good as well. What word list did I use? You missed it. It's this one right here. You see it in the URL. The Jadix word list. As a tutorial for using Cato, it looks nice to use. John Hammond came out with a video on using Cato. You might want to check out John Hammond's video. He did a good job explaining Cato and some of the main features. What up, Matthew? Being late's your jam. It used to be my jam too, dude, until I had kids, and now I stay up late, and I instantly regret it the next morning when my kids wake me up at 6 in the freaking morning or earlier. But YOLO, right? Anyways, we have LFI confirmed here. We can read Etsy password. And if we look back at include, I was wondering, why the heck are all these mail servers open? Because the initial access for the first flag was SSRF. And then now the second, well, we don't have the second flag, but we have confirmed LFI on port 50,000. But then if you think about log poisoning, and for those of you studying for the OSCP, this is a big thing to keep in mind, although for the OSCP, it's often in web server logs, but any place that you can access logs, you might be able to do a web poisoning attack if you're able to send a message that is recorded by the log, and then on the web server, you go to that message, you might be able to execute something like PHP shellcode. So that's what we're going to attempt to do, but the first thing we need to figure out is where the mail servers store their logs, and I was just looking at this, but I didn't confirm it. If we do Linux mail log location, blah, 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 var log mail log might be correct. Let me check this out. Oh, can I send this to replay? Make sure this is working. All right, it is. So we'll do var log, and then we have to include or bypass here. So var log, right? Mail log, right? Mail.log. Can I see anything if I do this? I can't see anything, but maybe that's because there's nothing in the logs. Here, can I just decode this? Oh, yeah, that's probably my issue. So we need to do it'll be var dash dash or dot 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 log, right? What was Etsy password? Hold, I need to see what Etsy password was. I don't know why, but this URL decoding crap is just confusing my brain. So that was Etsy password, and we have Joshua and Charles too. I want to note them. I guess we could just save this whole thing down so we have all the users real quick before I move on. Go over to 50,000. All right, so there's all of our users with Etsy password. So then if we want to read from var log mail log, can I just do how about Who are our users? We have Charles. Home. How about like home Charles SSH? Is there anything there? Although I don't think that's the intended way in. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure it's log poisoning, and we have to log poison the email logs. Let me go back to this right here, because I think this is going to be the way in. Does anyone notice anything wrong with my syntax? We escaped all the directory. We shouldn't have to keep doing that. We should just be able to do var log mail.log. Now that we're at this point, I think, at least in my head, it works. Let's just see if we can send a message to this and see if anything happens, which I don't remember the syntax for that. What do we got? All right, so here's what we want to do. Telnet, hello, and then see if we can send an email. Let's try this. So telnet include .thm25. All right, and we'll do one of my kids might be awake above my head. I hear one of my kids walking above me. It's like a horror movie. Are they going to come down here? Maybe they're just using the bathroom. Maybe I have to talk quieter. I don't want to wake them up at midnight now. Anyways, my host. Can I do anything I want here? Oh, wait, no, I have to do hello. What am I doing with my life? Okay. So now, do I do mail from does that show up anything in the logs? I just want to see if I can read the logs. Oh, beautiful. You guys see that? All right. So I can show up in the logs, and I am successfully reading the logs. That is good. Now to actually send the email, can I do it from Telnet? Can I send an email from Telnet? Or what's being reflected in the logs, I guess? We have just my IP being reflected in the logs. Not the actual name stuff yet. I need to send an email. Be right back, guys. It is my son. I'm going to go help him, and I'll be back on in just a few minutes. I'll be right back. All right, we're ending the countdown early. I had to help my son get back in bed. Hopefully he's sleeping. If I get interrupted again, that's just the joy of trying to hack as a parent. But let me get all of this pulled back up. And here we go. So we have for sure confirmed that we can read logs. I just want to know, can I send an email through here? And what I was going to do is pull up ChatGPT. I'm going to go back to share my face just for a moment so I can authenticate if I need to. All right, here we go. How can I send an email on SMTP via Telnet on the Linux CLI? Okay. After this command, you can type the body of the email. So we can do data. So let's try this again. I'm going to do hello. Hello, Hack Smarter. And mail from Tyler@hacksmarter.org. Recipient to Charles. Data. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you, ChatGPT. So compose the email. Let's just first test if this actually goes through, right? Enter twice after the body email, indicate the end of the email, and then end the data section. All right, let's see if we can read that in the logs. Okay, beautiful. Does it include my message? Message ID. Okay, it doesn't include my message, but it does include my email. So maybe I can do a PHP shell like in my email? Possibly. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Why does that not come up? Well, I just want to do log poisoning. I think I can just do a basic PHP web shell. One-liner. It'd just be like a git command. Or a command CMD. I just don't know what it is off the top of my head. Here's what I'm looking for. So what if I send the email from this? Okay, so it didn't stop me. And now mail from Tyler at. Okay, so far so good. Recipient to Charles. Data. I'm just going to copy this. Enter twice. Period. I don't think that worked. Because it's not even showing up here. We have Tyler at HackSmarter, but then it says just PHP system at mail.filepath.lab. Maybe If I do something like telnet include.thm25 and we say hello hacksmarter.org and mail from, oh frick, I did not mean to do that. Come on, Tyler, you suck, bro. No, not Tyler. I want to do the PHP web shell there. Will that show up in the logs though? How would I log poison this guy? Does anyone have any ideas? I just need to, I can't even get the PHP in it. It will run the PHP, I'm quite certain. But I need to get the PHP in the actual mail logs. You know what I mean? Is there, let me think for a second. So I'm able to control like Tyler at hacksmarter.org. It doesn't show the messages. Is there a spot where you can read people's emails? Okay. Where does Linux store emails when they are received? I don't think this is going to work. I might have to go look at the walkthrough, because I'm quite certain this is the way in, and it's too late at night for me to sit around and troubleshoot this forever. Okay, so none of that works. To Charles. What about invalid email recipient? That's a good idea. Let's try that. And then it's recipient, or right? What was the syntax? RCPT2. See, I don't think this can actually show up in the logs, the actual writing. Illegal address syntax. How the frick would I poison that? Let me just think for a second and look this over. In mail command at hacksmarter.org. Okay, I have another idea. Too big to fill. My issue isn't knowing the command. My issue is getting PHP to show up. Yeah, I'm sure this is the log I need to poison. All right, so if I do this. So this, if we look at the log here, it says illegal address syntax in mail command at hacksmarter.org. So now that I set that as my thing there, what if I do mail from Tyler? All right. And then recipient 2, we'll just break it. Like I want to break it on purpose. And now that we have a error, it doesn't. Too big to flail, if I'm saying your name right. This is log poisoning is what we're doing. Since I can read the log here on the mail side of things. Okay, guys, I'm not wasting my time on this. It's way too late at night. Let's just see. I'm pretty sure I'm doing it almost right. What part am I missing here? The sender of the mail gets reflected. Yeah, that's kind of what I noticed. But how are you doing it so it doesn't freak out? Okay, guys, did I not do that? Oh, I think I did poison it. I just was doing my freaking command wrong because I'm dumb. I was doing like the other kind. Yeah. See that? I did poison it properly. But what I was doing wrong, probably in my lack of sleep, was a question mark instead of an and. That's all I was doing wrong. See? Now we have code execution. And now I can read the final flag. So let me go ahead and grab this. We'll just say, here's our syntax. Here is our user, just proving that we have command execution. And now it should be pretty easy to get the final flag because all we need to do is it says, what is the content of the hidden text file in var www html. So now we can just do something like ls plus that. You see I poisoned it a bunch of times. You can see all the times it's executing my command. There is the hidden text file right there. So now we'll just change this to cat. Like that. Send. And profit. We have the final flag after banging my head against the wall all weekend to try to get that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I can finally edit this video. I'm going to edit this video still tonight to get the two videos spliced together and upload this to my YouTube channel because I know starting tomorrow people are going to be looking for walkthroughs on Include. So, hey, y'all, if you found this video helpful, hopefully you learned something through it and through just my stumbling around process, both in the first stream and this stream not so much. I at least had a general idea of what I needed to do. A shout out to 0xbob for the walkthrough that stopped me from questioning my existence. But hey, hope you guys found something helpful in here. I'm going to go ahead and work on editing these videos. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you're welcome for me staying up. It's now 12:30 in the morning. I'm probably not going to be in bed for at least another hour. So I'm going to be in bed close to 1:32 in the morning. But hope you found this video helpful, my lack of sleep helpful. But thank you all for hanging out. This was obviously a way shorter stream than normal, but I'll be back on soon. So have a good night, everyone, or a good day, depending on your time zone, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.